Hey guys, I'd like to introduce you to Tinny. Tinny doesn't have a name yet. That's where you guys come in. You threw out a bunch of awesome names for the big boat here. I'd love you to help us out with this little weapon, Tinny. Let me tell you a little bit about this little beast and why we bought it and what we want to do with it, alrighty? So this is a 2004 model Quintrex Hornet. It's 20 years old. It's got a 40 horsepower Mercury 2-stroke motor on it. It's been a long time since I've owned a 2-stroke actually. We've just bought it. Haven't even taken it out yet. Took it for a quick run the other day. Took it for a quick run the other day when we trialed it and seemed to go really well.
Hey guys, we're over 1 week into our Christmas giveaway now. We've got 4 prizes. Fourth prize from Outback Equipment is a lithium shower and a 40 litre Footwell water tank that we use in the 80 series. Shower is the best thing ever. Third prize from First Light Fabrication and BLR Components, mate. And I've got all the push lock products in the dispatch and controller kit. Plus we've got 2 drink holders that fit the stainless coolers in and you can move them wherever you want around your boat. Just like the ones we got here in our boat. We've also got a set of these boat latches from BLR Components. Now all you got to do to get these working is push this back thing and it releases your clip here and that'll retract back up into your holder. Pull him out and then ratchet it up. Mate, wait till you see second prize. Second prize is from Hot Tackle and that's a Daiwa Certate 10,000p. Mate, this bad boy has 25 kilos of drag and is valued at $850. Wait till you see first prize. First prize is from Tyre Powered Ingham and King Wheels. And that is your choice of a set of any tyres you want off the Tyre Power website. 35-inch muddies, 33-inch all-terrains, any brand you want, it's yours. And off the King website, any set of wheels, any size. You can get a set of these King Snatchers like we got on the 80, or you get a set of Hurricane 2s like we got on the 200. If you don't like either of them, there's a heap more on that website. And whatever you want is yours. Now we have got absolutely everything back in stock. All our Stonewash gear, all our shoes are on pre-order, all our weatherproof jackets are still in stock. And guys, we listened to what you said and we've got a brand new coloured fishing jersey with a hood, a buff, pockets, thumb holes, full stretch material, quick dry, moisture wicking, 50 plus UPF. You gotta head over to Outerline, check them all out. Entries close on the 16th of December at 6 p.m. and the 4 winners are drawn on the 17th of December at 6 p.m. and all of these epic prizes will be sent out to you winners in time for Christmas. How to enter, it's never been easier. Go to outerline.com, buy anything and you're in. Every $20 you spend is another entry into the comp, and that's it, guys. Have a bloody awesome Chrissy. Can't wait to be calling the winners.
Haven't had it in open water yet. Now it is a Quintrex Hornet, so they are built for going in very, very shallow water. So apparently this thing can run in 200 mil of water. We'll put that to the test, that's for sure. It's a slight V hull, so it's not a full flat bottom punt. It's a slight V hull with a nice curved front end on it. Very, very, very stable. When I took it out, I bought it off a fella named Hamish. Hamish, if you're watching, thanks mate. She's gonna get used really well. But anyway, me and Hamish were standing on one side and like it leans over a tiniest little bit, eh? It's so stable for a 4.3 metre tinny, I couldn't believe it. The downside is, in choppy weather, the hull will be a bit more slappy, but it is what it is. I'm not gonna be taking it out in crazy weather, although we all know how quick Moreton Bay and all that sort of stuff changes, but predominantly, it's gonna be a creek boat. Why did we buy it? Well, for one, the big boat is very expensive to run. Like just for me to go offshore by myself yesterday, and this is probably one of the smallest trips I would do in my boat, was 110 litres and the fuel cost me $228 just to go out by myself in the big boat for a small offshore trip. So it's super expensive. Like it's getting ridiculous. I've also been really missing all our creek trips. So like crabbing trips, prawning season's coming up. I have mentioned a few times we wanted to buy a tinny. We're on a proper budget with this little thing and what we could afford. And I love the fact that we've gone back to basics. We've bought a 20-year-old tinny and you know, it's not a full crazy brand new little thing. So I love the fact that we can do some awesome trips out of this and hopefully catch some big fish for you guys and show you that you don't need a huge boat to do all that sort of stuff. So that's one reason to save a little bit of money. Second reason is I want to do a whole heap of creek work. I want to spend some time trying to locate the infamous Gold Coast barramundi. I want to chase jacks. I want to chuck the crab pots out. Our kids are getting to the age now where they're really starting to enjoy it. And this is so much easier just to chuck in, hose out, and do those smaller trips quicker and easier. There's no way I'm crabbing out of that thing. I actually seen this one quite a while ago. I talked to the guy about it, and I really wanted to get a 4-stroke motor, and I wanted to get something with trim and tilt because, going a 40 or a 50, something like that, you really want trim and tilt. Smaller motors, you can just do manual tilt, but trim and tilt, power trim and tilt was important. This one didn't have it. All right, so I'm going to run through a couple of the things now, and then we're going to go for a fish and see if this thing is a little fish catching magnet or not. Number one thing I like, guys, was the flooring that's already in there. This is not easy to do if you're doing it yourself, all right? It even had this little rod locker compartment on the side. So you got a little rod locker compartment there, a 2-stroke oil and a few zippies sitting in there at the moment, but you can fit your rods up there. I haven't had to pre-mix oil for so bloody long. 50 to 1 this little thing, so 400 ml of oil to 20 litres of fuel. You do have to pay for the oil, which is expensive, but it costs $90 for me to service this motor, which is awesome. That one behind me is about $1,000. So we've got a little bit of old tread. It's hand cut, just stuck on there for a bit of grip. We got cutting board electric motor mount here, little anchor well there. We got a heap of room under here where I'll put all my camera gear and stuff. So that's where some camera gear and that will go down here. But all 3 compartments there open up, which is awesome. Safety gear, life jackets and everything are under there. I'll have to actually check that everything's up to date because I didn't when we took it for a test run. These are pretty cool for some stubby holders. I think I'll swap them out for some First Light fabrication stuff, but you can see here, you sort of slip that underneath your beer cooler and that just lives there. Your beer goes in and she just hooks on there. It's actually not a bad idea, but being plastic will break in no time. Got a few cup holders there. I'm taking this out shortly, so I just whacked my old Garmin in the other day. I loaned it to a mate of mine, Reese, and then he gave it back. And what a legend. He broke the transducer mount and then bought me a brand new one and gave it all to me at once. Didn't even, didn't tell me or anything. Just really nice of him to just get me a brand new stainless one and just go, here mate, sorry I broke it, but there's a brand new one. So thanks, Reese. Little lift off compartment there where I put my AeroGuard and stuff like that. Little area for phone and stuff. Another stubby holder, bait board, chair, and then this power board here. So that's an isolation switch. So that gives me power to everything. That knocks the power off. One thing that's awesome is it is a push button start. Here's all my stuff for my electronics and charging and whatever. But this thing here, I wasn't expecting this. He said to me, it has a jacking plate. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So it can just jacking plate up and down. I didn't know this, and when I got there I was like, you bloody beauty. So my first thoughts of this boat when I've seen it was bigger than what I thought. 4.35, I was like, oh, it's not too bad of a size. When I got there I was like, it's actually pretty big, it's pretty staunchy when you see it for a 4.35 tinny. So there you go, there's, she's still slightly V'd the whole way through, and then you got this area where you can just run in super shallow water, which is awesome. That's exactly what I want. We got a Sea-Link trailer, and I reckon this will be about 20 years old as well. It's actually a breakback trailer there, so you can pull that pin out and it'll actually pivot like that for beach launching and stuff, which is cool. And then we run down the side, but it's I don't know if it looks decent size there to you guys, but it is. It's a good little tinny. Nice high sides on it, and you feel pretty safe in it, which is awesome. But let me get to this bit, the jacking plate. I said to Hamish, is it hard to pull up by hand, being a 40 and everything? He's like, I don't know, I've never done it. And I'm like, you never done it? What do you mean? What happens if you're in shallow water? He goes, I just trim it up. You said, it hasn't got power trim and tilt. He said, no, the jacking plate is a 45-degree jacking plate, not an up and down one. I was like, oh, the one thing I wanted was on it. Hey, look at that. Let me show you how that works. I'll just take that off, trim her up. And then this button here, is me trim and tilt, mate. How good's that? I was so stoked. So I didn't think it had that, but it had it, and I love it. I love that it has it. This is my favourite thing about the whole thing. And they're not cheap. They're worth about $2.5 grand just for that. So what are we going to do to the tinny? We're going to give it a little makeover soon. I reckon I might do me thing that I usually do that you guys have seen, and I've received a lot of questions about it, where I just sand her back and you just get this alley looking really nice. I'm going to put a sticker kit on the motor. I'm going to put a decent sounder in it, and I'm going to put an electric motor. They are my main things. I don't want to go out looking for barra or chasing jacks or whatever without a good side scan bloody sounder. So maybe a Simrad or Lowrance, something like that. And then hopefully a Minn Kota, but maybe even like a little water snake. My mate Justin from Trip in a Van, he has a water snake on his 5.7 metre centre console, and it works awesome, seriously. And it's like $1,000 less, but Minn Kota is where it's at. So I got to toss up what I can and can't afford there. But yeah, that's about it. What else do you need, eh? I don't know how to work all that live scope and all that sort of stuff. I mean, I love it. I've seen it on some mates' boats. It looks awesome, but I don't know how to drive all that. Side scan's enough. Look at these little rod holders that can lift out and they can move around your boat here, but I don't know if I'd trust it with a big fish hooking on. So that's it. That's the tinny. Guys, can you guys think of a name for the tinny? I'm a bit stuck. I was thinking like Little Sammy, because we got Big Sammy here. Maybe Little Sammy, or I don't know. Leave it in the comments, let me know what you reckon. But we're gonna do some cool little trips out of this. This is gonna be towed by the 80. When me and Sez can send it, we're gonna send it, and the 80 is gonna be towing this little weapon. Well, that's it, that's our little tinny. Nothing too fancy. 20 years old, reliable, owned by a cool fella, and he's really looked after it. Not too much can go wrong with the old Merc. They're a good, reliable motor. In the comment, name it, and let me know the first couple of trips we should do out of it, alrighty? Because I'm about overfishing Moreton Bay at the moment. It's not fishing well at the moment, but anyway, I'm heading out tomorrow to give it a crack and see how this goes. Look at this. So there was no sounder in it, so I just roofing screwed it straight to this adjustable mount because I don't want to screw through this if I don't have to. What I'm going to do is either find the right bracket that goes in there when I put the new sounder on, or over the other side I'm going to Sikaflex some starboard on there, and that's a good way to do it because you can keep screwing new bits, then you can get some fishing line, cut through the back of the starboard, pull it off, clean it up, and you've got no holes through the back of your boat. If that holds, happy days. If it doesn't, I don't know. But anyway, let's send it out in the boat, see if we can catch a fish. Definitely don't start like a 4-stroke, that's for sure. Rightio, the Hornet's first proper outing, eh? It's a little bit windier than what I thought it was going to be. Spread her little stingy wings. I tell you what, it's quieter than what I thought it was going to be, that's 100% sure. I wouldn't want it to get too much choppier than this, to be honest. Got a bloody Grady White mowing me down. Alright guys, we made it. It's actually quite nice out here. Back there further it was probably about 10 knots and a little bit, you know, it is a little flat bottom sort of tinny, but anyway, we got out here. One thing that didn't make it was the old transducer. She was a bit of a rush job yesterday. I didn't want to drill into the back of the hull. I'm going to put a new sounder in it. I just quickly tech screwed it, like roofing screwed it into the back of that adjustable bracket. Thought I'd make it, but anyway, I was wondering why she wasn't reading real well on here. So that's why. So I got no sounder unless I can like push it back in. Anyway, I'm going to try and anchor up and let's have a little fish, eh? See what we can get. I've literally just pushed the screws into the holes. It's gonna fall out. But we're reading bottom, sorta. Nah, she's falling out. Alright, so I bought a little bit of extra anchor chain there because the anchor is tiny. So I just whack some extra anchor chain on. It's almost, your anchor chain is almost more important than the actual anchor. If you've ever dove under the boat and seen your anchor, sometimes the anchor's not even doing anything. It's just the weight of the chain just holding it in the sand. But in a fair bit of current like it is where I am here, you really do need the length of your boat, your chain, and a decent anchor. Rightio, let's see if we can get a hold of this anchor, eh? Oh baby, it's not going to take much to hold this little thing, but there's nothing more annoying than when you come out to fish and you can't hold bottom, you haven't got enough rope, you forgot your everything. Alright, the current was running a little bit faster than I anticipated then, so I drifted a lot quicker and way past. All I've got no sounder to see if there's bait or anything. All I've got is basically my active captain to rely on a few marks. Anyway, I'm sitting, not too bad really. Hopefully I can just hold here. I'm gonna drop a line, see if we can make the most of this early morning. It's like just turned 6 o'clock. It was light at 4 o'clock this morning. I was like, oh, I missed the boat there. Anyway, today just fishing a bit of a long leader rig here with a set of 2 gangs on the end there, and I've just got mullet because I wanted to get liveys. Massive fan of liveys, but I've got no sounder at the moment, so this is what I'm having. First thing I see when I pull up and about to throw in is a dolphin. Dolphins are beautiful animals, but I don't like seeing them around when I fish because just don't seem to catch much. But anyway, let's give this a crack, eh? Get the drag right. Oh, see, there he is right there. He will be straight onto that. That's going in there. All right, so we're just chasing snapper, cod, dewies here. And you know me, I'm massive on my bait. I love my bait fishing, but oh, getting bites at least. Give it a couple hours here and we'll just see if we can get something. I haven't caught a nice big decent fish in quite a while. I'll just put one rod out for now, I reckon. I've got my other big rod with the livey jig on it. It's probably a little bit too much current at the moment to be able to drop that down. It's only got like a 8-ball sinker on there. I'd even go a nice little pan size squire today. 50 centimetre would be nice. All right, I've put the second rod out now. So this one here, I've got like an 8-ounce snapper lead because the current's really dying down. This one here, I've got a massive 32-ounce because that's all I've got. I need to make some sinkers. If anyone's keen to make some sinkers with me, let me know. You'll find with this rig, it doesn't really bite when it's a good fish. It'll just load up. The rod will just like load up and bend over. When it does that, you know it's a really good fish. They ate me grinner. What I'm fishing with here, guys, is my favourite hooks. These hooks, they're my favourite hooks. They're a Mustad 7766, all right? Don't get the DT ones because they're light gauge. The Mustad 7766 with an 80-pound Shogun swivel right there on the top. That's how Dino showed me to fish offshore, and it's bloody dynamite. What I used to do, and the only reason I don't now is because I go through so much tackle, is I used to run a 3 gang of 7766s, size 5s. If you're chasing reds and stuff, size 7s. But I'd put a swivel in between every hook, and that allowed so much bloody movement for the bait to just look so natural. Still works. Me and my dad fished like that since I was a kid. My old man even loves these hooks so much. He went and bought $1,000 worth from the States and imported them over because they were too expensive in Australia. So that's just a really, really good way. You might already use 7766s, but if there's another hook that you think is better, let me know. I know people talk about the True Turns and stuff like that, but I'm not really a massive fan of them. I've seen fish lost on them. These things, I've caught so many big sharks on these 7766s and they've never let me down. My finger just got caught in the spool. Tell you what, it's bloody quiet. Not enjoying it. Fishing's been very, very quiet lately. Oh, hang on. Right as I said that. Come on. So the moon, we're after the moon. I'll tell you the exact date of the moon. Look at that, after the moon. We're in the lead up to the new. So really, it's not that bad. What do we got? Moonrise today at 1:59 a.m. That was definitely way too early for me. Moon set at 2:52. I won't be here for that either. Got to pick the young fella up from school, but lead up to the full moon. That's my favourite time, but you just got to get out when you can get out. Anyway, let's give it another hour, see if we can get something. Uh-oh. That ain't no snapper. Far out. I've just hooked nice big Noah. He's getting angry. He's getting angry. Oh, I've got him. Oh, it's going to be one of those days, isn't it? How's old mate? Comes up right beside me like 5 metres and spot locks straight behind me. Hope you catch more than I'm catching, mate. All right, I've got something here. I don't know what it is. Please don't be a shark. It doesn't feel like a shark. Oh, it's a friggin' shark, mate. A few hooks down that gullet, mate. Ain't coming out. Far out. Camping reclining chairs. Too big, you reckon? Get a load of this new one from Camp Boss. It's called the Gib. All right, guys, I'm going to show you exactly how easy and quick this is to set up. Not going to rush through it or anything. Unclip that, all right? Push the legs forward. Over here, you've got a little red tab. Pull that tab up, clip it onto there. Same on the other side. Clip him onto there. Push that down. Mate, you're relaxing with a beer in no time. Have a go of that. You got 2 toggles under here. Unclip them and you lay them back. Lock them off and you can't go nowhere. Righty, unclip them, move forward and have a go of this. For you guys with a bad back, like me, you've got adjustable lumbar support and it really does work, believe me. All right, you've also got one for your neck. You've got a drink holder on the side and storage. Mate, this thing is unreal. Head over to campboss.com. They've given you guys 10% discount if you use the code word OUTERLINE10 at checkout across their whole site. Not just these chairs, awnings, rooftops, everything, guys. Head over there and have a look today. Now, while I'm here filming and it's bloody quiet fishing, I'll let you know about our brand new jerseys, alrighty? They're the same as the black ones now. We got, well, they're actually charcoal colour, the other ones. We had a couple of you fellas up north say to us that they'd be too hot up in the northern states. Whilst I've worn my black one up in the northern states, and they're not hot, they're awesome material, they're great material, and they aren't any hotter than any other one. I took on board what you guys said, and we designed another colour, and I reckon this looks sick. Like, how good is this gonna look with fish photos? It stands out so nicely. So we've got a buff, we've got a hood built in, we've got thumb holes for your hands to keep your hands out of the sun. We got pockets for all you guys. They really are a comfy, very functional fishing jersey. I'm stoked, I'm super proud. It took us ages to design these and get a heap of samples, and everyone that has got one absolutely love them. A lot of the comments are they're actually better in real life than they look on the photos. I thought the photos looked pretty good, but anyway, these are our brand new coloured jerseys for all you boys up north or anyone around here, size small to 5XL. They're online right now, guys. Serious? Sharks or grinners? It's got that feeling like it's not gonna happen. I'm just gonna give it a little bit. The tide's slowed right down now. It's like hardly moving. These fellas haven't caught anything really. I've got a float line here. I'm gonna drop the sinker size on that because it's just going straight down now. I've still got that leader rig out there. I think we might buzz off in there soon. Go and have a check out of this island. Don't know what I got here. Just really hoping it's not a shark. Or it'll, it's feeling sharky. Right, this is still that little $99 rod that I got off Hot Tackle on that Daiwa Saltus 50 HP. A little Daiwa beef stick this is. It's such a great little combo. Like, this is a big shark. 40-pound mono. I'm about over it, that's for sure. Vermin. That's all I've been getting today. Right, I'm a bit stuck as to what to do. Bottom of the tide, do I go throw a plastic around for a little bit? Or do I start heading over towards the island?
I've spent about 40 minutes trying to chase a squid and cuttlefish. Nada. I've been here for about half an hour, just floating out some mullet strips just along a little ledge here. Nada. Zero. Not even a bite, mate. Oh, Moreton Bay sometimes, eh? This is the sort of time you need to be fishing offshore or chasing jacks or chasing tuskies or, you know, flathead and stuff like that. But the thing is, no one is really that interested in watching flathead and whiting get caught. You know what I mean? You could go out and catch a whole heap of them. I like sort of trying to chase bigger fish. That's why some of my episodes, I don't get them. Is what it is. I can't do it anymore. I've had enough. A couple of little nibbles just before, that's it. Not doing it to myself. Plus I've got this coming for me. That's going that way. That's coming this way. So I'm going to do a bit of island exploring. I actually really want to see if there's mud crabs and mud crab holes and stuff like that on this island. So stick with us. Hopefully we can pull something out of our butts here and have a bit of seafood for tonight. 2-stroke power, baby. Look at this. Holy, oh my God, this little thing's rocking. Here's where she shines, the little Hornet. Shallow as. See how far I can putt my way in. I'm in about 300 mil here. And I'm still going. But I don't know if this is a smart idea because I think this is all going to drain dry. I think I've got to find another way to get closer. Still a long way. Alright, well, I have found a much better way in here. Coming around here, it drops down just there. You can probably see it. It's nice and sandy. Just over here, it's all reef. So I'm going to chuck the anchor out and walk in. I'm just going to be real careful I don't go high and dry here. We're only half tied out. Keen to have a look, see if I can find any muddies. I wanted to give this boat a crack and see what it can get into, but you can see here, it can get into pretty bloody shallow. And I was still driving the motor in this. Alright, jump in. One thing I don't advertise a great deal is our water shoes, right? And these are my ones. I've had these for almost a year and a half. What they are is just a reef walking, they're dual elements, so they're for everything. You can wear them in the water, you can wear them in the mud. You can just pull this little inner sole out here, hose it on out, she'll dry, and then it's back to wearing them to the gym, to the footy, out to the pub. I wear mine everywhere, but they're nice, stretchy material. They're real comfy. And then just up here, they've got this quick toggle, right? So for walking in mud, you just want to tighten them up a little bit, like that. That's it, mate. The outer line, dual elements. We've had them for a year and a half. They are by far our most popular item. I don't even advertise them on our videos because they sell too quickly. So if you want them, they're available right now over at outerline.com.au. Anyway, let's get in the water. I really hope I don't get stuck here. I don't know if you guys have got a real good pair of sunnies or not, but you might have heard me talk about these Makos that I bought for crabbing and spotting stuff through the water. Like, these things are next level. Like, I can't really even see through the water. And I look through these, I can see 10 or 15 meters. Mine are the Mako GTs. You can get them in all different colors. I've got the blue lens because they're especially for fishing and seeing through the water. So if you are looking for a good pair of sunnies, mate, these things are my favorite sunnies I've ever had. Before this, I used to live in the Oakley Holbrooks for like 10 years, and then I found these, and I'll never buy another brand again. So far, it's very hard. Like, I don't know if crabs like hard ground. It's extremely corally. So what I'm on here was actually many years ago a coral K. And I've mentioned this before, but what it is just, it starts from nothing, and the ocean debris starts to gather, and over millions of years it just gathers and gathers and gathers and gets bigger, and once it gets growth on it, it turns into something that's not going to leave. You know, it's going to stay there for good because you got something like foundation. So it turns into this, which is a coral cay. This little group of islands I'm on now are actually the most southern tip that you'll find coral cays in the world, which is pretty bloody cool. Obviously, they're not like the coral cays that you get up north where flick your line in there and you catch barramundi and mangrove jacks and everything, but it's pretty cool to still know that we've got the most southern coral cays in the world right here on our doorstep in Brizzy. Seen about 10 of these old VB bottles. The hard-earned thirst is Vic. Vic Bitter. There's a boat just there. How the hell does a boat get through all of this? So far, following the trend of the day, nothing. Oh, hello. That's a mud crab. Hello, mate. Where's your dad? Where's your dad? Woo! Where's your dad? Hey? Woo! Woo! Far out. There's life on this planet. This is what I mean by these shoes are awesome. There is no way you'd be walking over this stuff barefooted. That will cut you like you wouldn't believe. So yeah, if you enjoy this sort of stuff, definitely head to our website and grab those shoes, mate. Every time they sell out, we get about 200 emails asking when they'll be back in. There's the mud crabs. Hello. There's only one way of seeing if there's a crab in there. Ooh. Oh, wow. The hole opens right up in there. Holy crap. That is huge. Mate, I cannot reach the end of that. I cannot reach down there any further. Wow. That is a huge crab hole. Oh, and it's stinky. That was good, but that's what you're looking for. If you're in Western Australia and you can use a crab hook, you would have got him because there was 100% of crab in there. There had to have been. It was too good, it's too big, it would have been a big buck. Big holes like that usually hold big buck. I'm by no means an expert at putting my hand down crab holes, I promise you that, but I'm willing to give it a go. Definitely looks a little bit better in around here where there's water, you know, watery sort of puddles and stuff like that, but it's still very hard. Like it's not mud at all, it's shell grit. This is where crabs will hang out more, where the water is, where the water sits, because their holes stay full with water. There's just nowhere near as many holes. That's the first hole I've literally seen on this island. Nowhere near as many holes as where you get those really soft, muddy sort of areas. I hope I come across another hole, but there's another hole just here. It's not a very big one, but I'll definitely have a look at it. I stirred the water up then. It was all these leaves were sitting out the front of the hole. This is another massive crab hole. Can't get to the bottom of them. Oh. Look, there's another one. I'm not having any luck at all here. These crab holes. Oh, what the hell's that? Oh, fuck. Mate. Here's a mud crab right here. Is that him? Oh. Look, wow, they're so feisty. Whoa! This is starting to look better. Oh, look. Holy shit. Holy crap. Look at this. Whoa. 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 Oh. The Found one, but it's a girl. These logs are always classic for holding them, eh? She was just sitting right there and I did not see her until I nearly put my hand on her. Wowee, here you go, Dale. Whoa! Holy mackerel, man. Where's your big boy that's following you? Huh? There you go, get under there. It's definitely worth exploring a little bit more through here now. I am slightly worried about my boat because it was not deep. Well, I can't give up just yet. This side of the island, the eastern side, definitely more action than the other side. The other side was just very dry. You can see the tide still is up here a bit. Oh wow, the tide's way out over there. I'm gonna have to be careful. I just want to go out here and just have a little look right on the edge of this fringing reef. See if there's anything there. I would love to stick my hand down there, but out here, if you can't see the muddy near the edge, I ain't doing it. There's blue ring octopus, there's cone shells, there's moray eels. Like, it'd be silly of me by myself over here where my tinny's probably stuck high and dry over there to stick my hand down a hole, put my life in danger. I remember when we were kids, we were over at the island just near here, my little brother was playing with a blue ring octopus and it was just in one of these tidal pools like this, and there's a little sand crab, and if my dad didn't spot it and we tell him, he would have picked it up. Like, he'd be dead. Like, they will kill you, especially being a little kid like that. So I'm not messing around with that in the hope that there's a mud crab there. Almost halfway around the island now. Now, if you were doing something like this around the Kimberley or North Queensland, you would have a sack full of bloody mud crab by now. Probably a few nips on the butt by a crocodile, but surely. Damn it. I was gonna say, surely there's something hiding under that. Oh, what the? What the hell? Oh, I have to have a walk around this. I cannot leave without having a walk around this. Oh my God, my GoPro just froze up and I'm sitting there walking through this bloody swamp. I tasted it, it's salt water, but I was walking through here and I shit you not, when I was just holding my finger on the stupid GoPro, it was like quicksand. It went from rock hard to just almost down to my waist. Dead set. I was like, whoa, yeah, full panic mode. Got the hell out of there. Obviously, I'm going to be extremely careful where I step now, but I want to just get over there. I'll take it in. Oh, it's soft. Oh, wow, holy mackerel, man. It's really soft. I don't want to get stuck, eh? I've heard stories about that. Oh, it's so soft, man. Oh, it's a full inland swamp in here, and it stinks. Even if I got a crab out of here, I would not eat it. What the hell, man? Oh shit, look how soft it is. Oh, you have to be careful in here. You dead set have to be careful in here. Ooh, what the hell is this place? Paravane. People use them to tow for mackerel and stuff like that. Tow their boats down deeper. Baits down deeper, not boats. Oh shit. How the heck is there not mud crabs everywhere here? I don't get it. Oh, look at this big turtle. Whoa. Oh. Oh. Big turtle carcass, look at that. Look in there. Oh. This is hectic. I wasn't expecting this in here, that's for sure. You get lost in here. Oh. I just sunk in a massive, another massive pit and went down to my hip.
and I stink like shit, man. Whoa. I immediately regret coming in here. I don't know where to step. I loved that. Like I love that. Even though I didn't catch anything, it really doesn't bother me too much. Just exploring that, like I know what's in there. I've lived here for 42 years and I've never stepped foot on this island. So I know what's in there now. It's not worth going back. Oh no. That is so much lower than when I was here before. Oh, oh no. 100% on the sand. I'm gonna be stuck for hours. Oh, I think I'm all right. How stuck does that look? Oh, that would have been crap. I would have been here for 6 hours. It's half tied out. Well, I left that to the last minute. Even the anchor's only just underwater. It's literally sitting in a hole. Look, if it was here, it's high and dry. I might have been able to drag it off, but it's not exactly a tiny tinny for one person. It's literally in a 10 square metre hole. I've got to get it out, if you can see where the reef is. I've got to get it out to that edge now. All right, I'm not in the clear just yet, that's for sure. I'm not so worried about staying here for 6 hours. I've got to pick my young fella up from school, which is what bothers me. I'm just following like a little drain out. Oh, scraping the bottom. Oh, I reckon 15 more minutes I was done. Mate, how good are they? Slip off, wash them out. Good to go. Far out, I need to chill out. I just sprinted about 1 kilometre through the shell grit. I was gonna bring, I'm still knackered out, eh? I was gonna bring a heap of stuff and do a cook up. In the end, I decided not to. It's a lot to do, you know. I'm sort of rushed for time today. And I'm glad that I didn't bloody catch anything. I've been experimenting with a Weber kettle at home and getting pretty good at it. I did some ribs on the weekend and always do me roast veggies, so I just bought that out. Nice and easy. Good for you. And I think I've earned this, that's for sure. This is a Hudson Brewing All-Seeing IPA, it's called, and they ain't weak. 6.5%, so this will be the only one I'm having, that's for sure. Oh, if you like your craft beers and you're in southeast Queensland, you got to go and have a beer at Hudson's. Say good day to Richard and Sarah. All the food trucks are down there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's awesome, mate. We love it. They have a heap of music nights, trivia nights, comedy nights. Just have a look over on their website or their Instagram and you'll see when all the opening times are. It's a good time down there. I love it. Oh, and the beer's even better. Mate, I reckon I'm about done for the day, eh? Before I sign out, I really want to know, now that we got this new little tinny, what would you guys like to see? You know, I put out videos weekly and it is so hard. Like, it's so hard. I live in Brizzy. I do my kids' school drop-offs and pickups, and it's very hard for me to get away and really, give it a good nudge and get some epic content. I get away when I can. It might seem like I get away a lot, but I don't. There's nothing worse than putting out a boring ass video. Like, I hope this one wasn't boring. You can't help if the fish bite or the sharks are on the chew or whatever, but I'd really like to know what you would like to see out of this tinny, all right? It allows me to go to these islands, do a heap of crabbing, chase jacks, if you can give me some ideas what you guys would love to see, that'd be awesome. Please leave it in the comments because I read them all. I will do it, and the more comments, the better. Like, I genuinely want you to comment and let me know what you want me to do out of this little tinny, alrighty? Any other ideas what you'd like to see? It's you guys that are watching. I wanna make the videos that you want to see. So let me know what you want to see, all right? If you want to hit the subscribe button and subscribe to our channel, that would be awesome. If you don't want to, all good. If you want to head over to outerline.com.au, that and our sponsors and our Patreons is what keeps our channel ticking along. So if you want to go over there, me and Sarah work extremely hard on our brand, and everything you buy from us is top quality. We don't just go and pick something off and whack a logo on there. We design it. We get 6 or 7 samples. It takes us months and months, like these shirts, like those shoes, everything. So much work that you don't understand goes into them, because we want you guys to wear them and go, far out, they are bloody awesome. So head over there, have a look at all our stuff. If you want some quality stuff that's going to last you ages at a good price, outerline.com.au. Cheers, guys. I really appreciate it. Leave a comment. What do you want me to do?